What's up, folks?
What's the
What's
deal,
up,
y'all?
Paul?
What's the deal, brother, man? We got a good one today, man.
We do. We got a fire one today. Absolutely fire, man. How your day been today?
Man, I can't complain, brother, man. Just working with the young bucks today, man. Getting a chance to, do the daily, the weekly, give back to the community, man, no matter what the outcome. So, hey, man, I got to work with this 9-year-old today, man, named Dylan. Actually, I got to work with another one named Caden, too. High level athletes for their age, man. So we got to really work some stuff, really push them for real. And, man, just get them tired, man. It was an hour straight. Man, I blocked out and put all their sessions together. They probably got about 40 plus reps per session, each athlete. So, just kind of getting them to they're young, so I kind of push them a little bit more in season. They're in season right now, but we do one session a week, and it's on their off day. It's on a Monday. They get Mondays off. So man, they come see me for agility, agility, change of direction, position drill work. Really just keeping it real basic with them right now. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do too much with young bucks. You just have to get them moving, make sure that they're keeping feet up under framework, little stuff, bro. So I got a chance to work some details with some young bucks, and I don't really work with younger kids. So it was a good time because I got to still keep my pace that I like to do with athletes,
Mhm.
but with the younger group. So it was a good time, bro.
That's dope. They super selling and achieving past their peers with being able to do something like that.
Man, for real, bro. How about you, bro? How's today for you, man?
That's fire. That's something I wish I had for sure.
Man, bro, I'm trying to tell you. How about you, brother? How everything been for you today, man?
Everything been great. It's been a great day today at work. Let's see. Is anything eventful happen at the occupation? Um, no, I've been off of work for a bit, but when I went back
Yeah.
to actually a few checks in my drawer, you know,
Yes.
cool to get
Swear.
occupation that's salary plus commission. So,
Mm.
with this being our financial awakening, with this being Lamar Howard, aka Tank, aka the Knowledge Bank, with
Jaquan Hanks and No Fear Quan from No Fear Elite LLC
and this is
are
financial
financial
awakening.
awakening. Yes, sir.
You feel me? With this being our financial awakening and me having a job that's salary plus commission, I go to my job after not being there for 3 weeks to my occupation and I look in my drawer and it's about three checks in there. Why is it three checks? Because it's some work that I put in the past. And now I'm reaping the benefits here in the future, here in the
Sir.
present, I should say. So, with that being said, we are here to encourage you to make some good, positive decisions right now in the present. So, in the future, you can go to your occupation, you can go to your mailbox, you can
Ooh.
open up your banking app and see some checks when you ain't been doing nothing because you done already did something. Let's get it, man.
Man,
What you
because
got?
what does that hard work solidify, man? That hard work always solidifies. Hey, that same karma that we talk about when it's bad, we get that same karma when it's good, man. When you put in what seeds you plant is what you benefit on the back end, man. So, man, hey, we're gonna really talk about planting some real seeds, some family, some generational seeds, some decision making that could dictate what you can do within the next couple months, what can do within the next couple years, what you can do within the next couple of weeks. Everything, man. It's really important to make decisions prior to that dictate what can happen down the line in life, man. Because we make a lot of decisions based off of what we see right now. We might not have no money in our pocket. So the first thing we say when we get a chance of some money is what? I ain't paying that, or I ain't investing in that, or I ain't put my money to that. But understanding that maybe if I stick to some of my money goals, then even when I get in a jam, or even when I'm already in a jam, hell, you never know. Within the next couple of weeks, I might be able to do something that I need to do. Like a lot of people that they may let that credit card close up instead of paying that one credit card bill. Pay that credit card bill, because once you pay that credit card bill, it's going to take your credit score up, as well as you'll be able to utilize that credit card to pay off whatever it is that you need to pay. You know what I'm saying? So just overall, just making great decisions, man. We're gonna talk about that today.
Definitely. And what it's going to be about today, really, it's going to be all about insurance. That's what we got. That's what I got for today. What I got is insurance. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Portion. And when it comes down to this insurance, I'm gonna take it back to this. So when you at your occupation and you signing up for your health insurance, your dental insurance, your vision, and then you have some options for some other things like injury insurance. And I can say just recently I've experienced being in a car accident myself, a car crash, and having insurance, having something that you pay on every single month that can pay you out the value of that thing that you lost, that asset that you lost, whatever it is, it's definitely helpful. So while most people, I'm talking to them and they said, I'm sorry about your vehicle, me, I'm thinking to myself like, okay, but I'm about to get a new one. Why? Because of insurance. Now, with that being said, besides the car crash, I was injured quite significantly. So, besides the PTO that I had and I ran out of, guess what I thought of? That I never would have thought that I needed when I was signing up for my health insurance, my dental insurance, and my vision insurance, the injury insurance, that
Mm.
app that they be talking about with
Get
the
your
duck.
pens and papers out, people.
You feel me? Now, what is that injury insurance? That injury insurance is something that you pay on a weekly or monthly basis. So when you are hurt and you do experience a time where you cannot work, you are actually still paid some form of compensation
Yes,
because
sir.
you don't stop going to work. When you stop clocking in, that money stop. Now, I know I just had a different example earlier but that's because I'm salary plus commission. But if I stay, if I don't go to that occupation long enough, that money gonna stop. So
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, it's good to have insurances in place. Now there's many insurances. You got life insurance, health insurance, like I was saying, car insurance that help, injury insurance. There's also another insurance that not only was I independent sales representative for, but also they offer it at occupations when you sign up for these things. And what is it? Legal Shield. Legal Shield is you paid on a monthly or weekly basis in order to access right on the phone instantly a lawyer to get litigation at a discount. And
That
you
is
can
that's
lawyer
true major sauce right there.
anytime. Legal Shield. And what's paired with Legal Shield? ID Shield. And what's ID Shield? ID Shield is identity protection. Just in case if you lose your wallet, like I did right before my car crash,
Mm-hmm.
and your identity is compromised. Oh, my wallet was actually stolen. So you don't have your driver's license, you don't have your social security card, your bank cards can be compromised. ID Shield help with these things. Just in case if your identity is compromised and someone tries to do something fugazi, you have that protection. You have the protection for your finances as well. I believe it's forgot the dollar amount, but it's probably upwards of like $20,000 or something like that. That's cover that will help you out if
Wow.
someone up in your name. So these
Wow.
things are very important to take advantage of. It's very important to go to the HR department and have a conversation with them about all the benefits that are available and exactly how you can take advantage of them. How can you take advantage of your health savings program? How you can take advantage of your employee assistance programs. Take advantage of these. Don't just work the job. Let the job work for you.
Man, I tell you what, brother, you bring up a good point, and I'm gonna tell a podcast a story, a short story, but a story that makes them understand how important almost all of these insurances are. Literally, I mean, we can go down the line. I'll give you guys a small story. So, boom, 2020. I'm coming back from Ukraine, just playing pro ball overseas, playing football overseas in Ukraine, and one of my homeboys, he ends up getting murdered. So we, so
Hear
we're
that, bro.
getting ready to. You said what, bro?
Sorry to hear that.
Appreciate you, brother. Rest in peace, J Mo. That's my guy.
For real.
So we're in the funeral procession line to bury him, and bury him in the at the what do you call it, at the cemetery, and someone T-bones me as I'm in the funeral procession line, not paying attention to the fact that it's a funeral procession line. So
Right.
get this. I don't have insurance on my vehicle. I just bought the vehicle not too long ago. It was a 2011. I was just getting it kind of for a to and from kind of thing. I wasn't really trying to, you know what I'm saying, put no insurance on it. I'm like, I don't plan on having this too long, but I need something just to get me to and from right now. So I just got back in the country. So I'm like, I'm not finna go and just drop a whole bunch of cheese on a finance. I'm gonna give me a
Right.
cash car, just move around a little bit, whatever the case may be. But I still spent 7 racks on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, get T-boned, okay? Head hits the window, blackout, wake up on the other side of the street. I went
Wow.
to the hospital. Both of my ACLs are torn. Hit my head injury. Pro football career is over with. Because I didn't have insurance, I could have gotten over $100,000 in insurance just off of them tearing my vehicle up, hospital fees, and all of that. But also, I could have got money for pain and suffering. Then, after that, if I would have had injury insurance, I would have got money for the fact that I couldn't go to work. So
Mm,
that I would have gotten somewhere around probably 130 to 150,000 guaranteed at the least if I just had insurance, and I would have been paid for the fact that I just lost my whole career. But now I lost my whole career and I wasn't compensated anything because Michigan is a what? A no fault state. So if
right.
I don't have insurance and they don't have insurance, we can't create a transaction in which I can receive my funds. And
Mm.
nobody wanted to take it. I called Mike Morris. I called Jeffrey Feiger. I called all the guys who, like, I'm like, look, like, we can get some money. Like, they T-bone me in a funeral procession line. Like, I don't know what you got to do, but you need to do it because we can get paid. Like, they completely broke the biggest rule ever. But guess what? Not having insurance in Michigan is one of the biggest rules ever, too. So I wasn't compensated, and I literally lost my whole career and everything else, and I wasn't able to segue into the next part of my life after football because I didn't have the proper identification and protection to be protected and taken care of. So
Mm.
everything he's saying is so true, and I don't want us to look at it as I gotta pay insurance here, there, and everywhere, blah blah blah. I don't understand that the money that you put in insurance is not you paying or losing money. It's investing it in the proper places, guys. And like
Ain't
we talk about in every single podcast, understanding that the dollar amount doesn't mean anything until you attach it to something. Why not attach it to an insurance? I looked up the definition of insurance, and I just wanted to share it with them, just so they understand the origin of where the mindsets of things come from. So, insurance is a practice or an arrangement by which a company or a government agency provides a guarantee of compensation for a specific loss, damage, illness, or death in return of payment at a premium.
it's a scam though. I don't plan on getting to a car accident. I don't plan on getting sick or anytime soon. I'm
Yep,
not no bones or nothing. Like it's a scam, bro. Insurance is and plus, even if I'm saying that it's a scam and deep down inside I know that I need it, I don't want to pay for it every week. I need all my bread. I
man.
every like when I get my paycheck, I don't want to see a whole bunch of minuses. I need everything.
And this is the thing
My
that we,
mindset of people that's in that poverty mindset, and I was
yep,
there.
yes,
I was there before. I was checking no for these insurances, but now they're paying off. Don't
yep.
wait till you get older, 30 years old, 28
Because it's
years
gonna cost more money.
old. It's gonna cost more money in the long run.
It's gonna cost more money. You can either pay your deductible for 500, or you could pay $1,900 to replace something that they would have replaced right now, and then you would have just had to pay them a deductible, maybe on like a compartmentalized payment process. You know what I'm saying? Like $200 every 2 weeks or every month. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. They might not make you pay them. And as us being adults, we can come up with $500, but just coming out of nowhere and you asking me for $1,500 to $2,000 to fix a part on the car, that's a little bit more difficult than, you know what I'm saying?
Just like the older generation I see. The older generation, older people that really got their stuff together, 50 and 60-year olds, they drive whatever car they want to because they have great
Mm-hmm.
credit, have all their insurances. And with that
Yes,
being said,
sir.
they in the car shop are getting their stuff fixed. Every time it's a scratch on it.
Hmm.
Any something going on with their body, they in the hospital. They getting their eyes checked out. They getting their teeth done. Everything.
And I
And we
don't know how we look at warranties, but warranties are kind of like an insurance as well.
it is
And also, I mean, I didn't bring anything
direct.
on warranties today, but we definitely can go into it at some point in time in another portion. But understanding what, like, how, like, you can go get a warranty for a lot cheaper price than insurance. Like sometimes you can go, like for instance, I got warranty on my tires, and one time I popped a curb and cracked my rim. I got a newer vehicle, so my rims cost like $1,000. Like my rim and tire cost $1,000 to get just one tire put back to, put back in back to normal speed.
Yep.
When I called that dog on warranty and they told me that they was paying for the whole thing, I said, shoot, let me get you the dog on whatever so you can do the whatever. You know what I'm
You
saying?
feel me? Yes, sir. And it counts and it matters, man. It really does. And me working in the automotive industry as a service advisor, I see people come in all the time and with the Genesis GV70, they tire and wheel three
Ooh.
bands like for the rim and the tire. And guess what they end up paying extra money for when they were purchasing their $70,000 vehicle? They were paying an extra three, four, $5,000 for wheel and tire protection.
You better.
So anytime ladder, anytime something happens with their rim, it's covered for them.
Please invest in that, y'all. It is, I'm telling you, because, and I'll tell you something crazy, because I'm not like a crazy driver or nothing like that. I'll tell you, especially when I just got, this new vehicle, man. I don't come from much. So when I get my car, man, I'm cruising. I'm driving my car like it's a Cadillac. You know what I'm saying?
Feel me?
Like, I'm turning that boy like this. Yeah.
Got to.
So it's like, shoot, you 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 can really sustain the things that you really like, what you really care about. Like for me, I really like my car. Like a lot of people just call them, they just call them liabilities, but everybody has their liability. That's a liability that I'm gonna. So I want to have a nice vehicle that I don't have to worry about driving to work at 3 in the morning, and or going to do some work, or having to take my daughter, she's a cheerleader, having to take her down to Illinois and take a 5-6 hour drive, and I ain't gotta be renting no vehicle and stuff like that. But insuring those vehicles so that I'm able to create that easy access to life for my family is so important, man.
So important. Man, so let's carry this on to the portion of what you got, which is very important. I think it's attached to these insurances and being able to pay yourself now,
Yeah.
all amount, so you can reap the benefit later in a bigger amount and a better
Talk
amount.
that talk, brother. Talk that talk. Yeah, man. So today I'm gonna be going over I'm sorry, IUL insurance, and I'm gonna be going over Roth IRAs and understanding the differences between them, and then understanding some benefits and maybe some cons. We may go over some cons, but we're not really into too much of the cons. We're gonna go over a lot of the pros to it and the things that can help us with these policies, and we'll go over some short cons just so we know what we're working with. Okay, so the IULs is the Universal Life Insurance. Okay, Indexed Universal Life Insurance. Okay, I'll give you guys a pretty good solid breakdown, and I'll give you my idea of it. Okay, so it is a type of permanent life insurance policy that combines elements of both traditional universal life insurance and an investment component tied to the performance of the stock market index. Okay, meaning the S&P 500, what's some other index funds? What is that doggone index?
The Russ,
Um, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Plenty of different index funds that, I mean, S&P 500, as you know, guys, is the top 500 companies out. You know what I'm saying? So you never go wrong with that. Now, some of the key things behind this policy, understanding that this policy has protection. Okay, so like me and bro was talking about earlier, um, making sure that you're protected. So if I invest in this fund right here, I invest in this fund right here. Number one, it has no maximum. So it's not like, so for instance, and we'll talk about the Roth IRA in a minute. The Roth IRA has maximum yearly of, I believe, somewhere around like maybe 6,500 or something like that. This has no maximum. So you can flood this insurance policy. You can put as much money into this insurance policy as possible. It's going to create that interest over the years. You're going to pick up that money over the years, and there's really no rules as far as when you can take it out, when you put it. I mean, you can really play with this insurance. Honestly, this insurance is number one, protection of your family, because there's an after death benefit. Okay, there's an after death benefit of it. So those are some of the differences between this and a Roth IRA. The Roth IRA is not an insurance policy, guys. Okay, so understanding that a Roth IRA is a retirement fund. It's a retirement fund. It allows you to shift into retirement with some funds for you to either start some businesses, pass it on to your family, make sure that you're taken care of after you've worked for the last 30, 40 years. Now you get this money and you're able to do what you need to do with it on top of whatever you are going to get from a buyout from the company that you've been working on. So, but we'll get back to the IUL, and I'll just go over a few details and a few things, a few key features of this of the IUL. So first, we got permanent life insurance. Like other types of permanent life insurance, the IUL provides a death benefit that pays out to the beneficiaries upon the insured person's death, as long as the premiums are paid. Okay, so we got to make sure those premiums are paid. You got to make sure you're paying on time. You're being, if anything, if I was you, I would be in contact with your insurance agent so that we know that everything's being paid properly on time. We know when we can start borrowing from the policy and things like that. Okay. Number two feature, cash value component. Anybody who's listening right now, understanding what this is for me, this is for my cash value component. Now, of course, I want to invest in this policy because I want to be able to give back and help my family. But the key part of this is cash value component, understanding that hey, grind that 9 to 5 out for 10 years, whatever the case, 5, 10 years, whatever the case may be. And then, man, go ahead and borrow from this policy and utilize that money to start building your next idea. Okay, so it says IUL policies have a cash value component that allows policyholders to build savings over time. A portion of the premium paid goes into a cash value account, which grows over time on a tax deferred basis. Tax deferred basis. Okay.
Oh.
Indexed interest. Indexed interest. The unique feature of IUL is that cash value growth is tied to the performance of the stock market, typically the S&P 500, or another broad-based index. The insurance company credits interest to the cash value base on the index performance, subject to certain limits and a minimum guaranteed interest rate. Subject to certain limits and a minimum guaranteed interest rate. Okay, so man, I'm telling you, like this policy gives you a lot of freedom to kind of make some decisions for your own. And I think when going into and understanding whether you should invest in a Roth IRA or a or IUL, understanding what it is you're trying to do, what it is you need to do with cash, because the Roth might allow you to invest in a way which helps you invest with confidence, which helps you invest in a way in which you're comfortable with, so that you can be prepared to reap the benefits in the next 10 years to buy back from or borrow back from, so that you can start doing something with your money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Guaranteed minimum interest rate. Most IUL policies after a guaranteed minimum interest rate to protect policyholders from the downside risk associated with investing in the stock market. Okay, so I'll say that again just so we get that. Most IUL policies offer a guaranteed minimum interest rate to protect policyholders from the downside risk associated with investing in the stock market. Okay, so understanding that you have a guaranteed minimum interest rate based on what the market is doing. Okay, so you'll be compensated regardless. Okay, you'll be taken care of regardless, because you've invested in this company. This company has to invest back in you. So understanding that you won't be left alone with these investments, and
I
you're
mean,
flexible.
tanks, and if it's a bad year, there's still a minimum interest that they
Come
still
on,
pay you that it
come
comes
on.
gaining.
So that you can maintain and you can still be growing over the years and you can still confidently invest in what you've been investing in over the years. A lot of people, if you think about it, they're just spending money on regular insurance, on term, or on maybe just a regular $100,000 whole life. And you
Mhm.
could be investing in something that not only creates cash value for you and brings in wealth into you and your family within the next couple of years. So it's a lot of advantages to this, man. Um, I'll go over the tax advantages and the death benefit, and then we'll go over the Roth IRAs and kind of talk about Roth IRAs.
Yeah.
Tax advantages. Okay. The cash value of an IUL policy grows on a tax deferred basis, meaning you don't pay taxes on the gains as long as the money remains within the policy. Okay. So I'll say that again. The cash value of an IUL policy grows on a tax deferred basis, meaning you don't pay taxes on the gains as long as the money remains with the policy. Okay. So you're not getting hit for taxes unless you take that money out. So what does this mean, guys? This means you can put all your goddamn money into this damn policy and it won't be taxed. And then you're able to continue to grow cash value, benefit, and interest on the dollar that you make. So it's changing the way you use and spend and invest your money. Okay. You can put your money in things that actually help your money grow. Okay. And then the death benefit behind this. The death benefit paid to beneficiaries is generally income tax free.
Well,
Income tax free. Okay.
as
So
you
you'll be able to pass that money on to your family, and they'll be able to do that in a comfortable base in which they'll be able to do it. And just an overall general overview of it, guys. IUL insurance can be appealing to individuals who want the security of life insurance coverage along with the potential for cash value growth linked to the stock market performance. It's important to carefully consider the policy terms, fees, and limitations as IUL policies can be complex and the returns of the cash value may always match the performance of the stock market. Okay. It's
mm,
advisable to consult with a financial advisor or an insurance professional to determine if an IUL policy is suitable for your financial goals and risk tolerance. So understanding what risk tolerance that you can be a part of, understanding what your funds do and what you can do. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll go over some Roth IRA and then we'll kind of move on. Okay. What you think about that, brother?
look. All of this is major, and I hope that y'all been taking notes like I have been taking notes because when it comes down to it, the biggest thing about this is it being tax free. You see,
Yeah.
a lot of they wanna flip their money, flip their money, flip their money, but it's not about flipping. Flipping is such short term. It's such a short term
Short
mind.
term.
What can I get within the week? What can I get within the month? The next few months? No. What can you acquire
What
when
interest can I grow?
interest accumulates and you start to have accelerated and exponential growth when something goes from 1 penny to 2 cents to
Yep.
4 cents to,
Seriously.
you feel me? Now this is the thing with that. While I was saying 1 penny to 2 cents to 4 cents, after I believe what was it 31 flips of that penny, it turns into $1.5 million or something like that.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
about get over 5, 10 years, long term growth, long term holding. That's where wealth sets in. That's
Mm.
why people with occupations and two people with businesses of their own, they can sit here and tell you how to get from where we are right now to the wealth that we desire to be at because
Yeah.
that's exactly what the wealthy do.
Yes.
Not about you making the $24,000 that you're making right now, the 30,000 you're making right now, the 80,000, $120,000 that you're making right now. What are you
Yeah.
going to do with money
Yeah. What
to
play? What risk tolerance? They said
40,
something
50,
really good. Risk
70 years
tolerance.
old? You ain't got to do nothing and you can acquire wherever and you ain't got to struggle.
Yes. Yes. Because that's key. Like you said, bro. It's like really understanding your risk tolerance. Like, what can you do? What moves can you make? What can you sacrifice? Now, when I get money, even when I know that that money really should be connected to something else, or I should be doing something else, I say, okay, well, what do I need to pay for my overall future first? Okay,
Mm.
is there an S&P 500 I need to be investing in? Is there some type of stock or bond? Is there something that I should be investing in so that I make sure that the growth of my future stays consistent? And then we can always make sure that our today and our tomorrows are handled. Because today, guess what? Changes into tomorrow. But at the end of the day, we have an overall goal, which is okay. As for instance, bro. Now I'm not sure how true this is. I'm not sure how true this is, but I know that I was on Instagram and I seen guys walking up to people and asking them like, how do you acquire funds to get, to get rich and run businesses? And one guy said I forgot what company he ran, but he said I invested in a Roth IRA for 10 years and that's $1.5 million.
Wow.
Now I don't remember the numbers that he said, and I'm gonna go back and do some research and kind of see how true some of that stuff is. I've been hitting some of the investment calculators and kind of doing some research and with an interest and stuff like that, and kind of seeing how
Right.
much money you need to invest in order to actually hit that number. But it wasn't anything crazy. And like me and you talked about before, guys, we can get into a process of if you're investing in either this IUL or this Roth IRA, you may get 5 or 6 people in the family that put in $250 to $1,000 into a Roth IRA or IUL over the next 10 years. And then y'all take money out of that insurance policy and then
Yes,
y'all
sir.
all invest in the business. And then the next person in the family, if you got 4 people doing it, you can do it 4 different times.
Yes, sir.
So that's 40 years worth of acquiring that same number that you know you're going to get over 10 or 5 or 10 years, maybe 5 years. We may be able to knock it down to 5 years, depending on like I know the Roth has a maximum that you can pay yearly in contributions. So I'm thinking maybe the IUL may be a good one for that. Like maybe in the IUL, you guys invest a certain amount that I think the Roth may be like 6,500 a year or something like that that you can the maximum that you can contribute to your
The
Roth
max.
IRA, something like that. So, and we'll get into depth with that right here. So, what we'll go into a Roth IRA is an individual retirement account. So it's almost like a savings account for your retirement. You feel what I'm saying? It is not an insurance plan. It is a type of tax advantage retirement savings account. Huh, didn't I just say savings account?
For real.
Savings account offered in the United States. Roth IRAs are designed to help individuals save the retirement by allowing them to contribute after tax dollars. And the earnings and withdrawals in retirement are typically tax free. Okay. So
I
just a few,
hope y'all
just
heard that.
yeah. So let's go over that one more time. I'm gonna shoot that paragraph off one more time just so everybody can kind of get a hold of it. Okay. It is not an insurance plan. It is a type of tax advantage retirement savings account. So those are you can go get those through people
Tax.
like Fidelity, any place that kind of handles like your insurance, or you probably can hit some banks up. You can hit banks up and invest in banks. There's certain places that you can hit to invest in your Roth IRA. Um, Roth IRAs are designed to help individuals save for retirement by allowing them to contribute after tax dollars, and then earnings and withdrawals in retirements are typically, I mean, and withdrawals are retirement are typically tax free.
I
Okay.
got just on my Stash app, the app for investing called
Mm-hmm.
Stash. I have a Roth
Yep.
IRA on there. So just even through these brokerages like your Robinhood or your Cash App, or some of these as well, you can
Yeah.
easily start a retirement fund, a retirement plan right now.
So,
That
guys, for the people who are
enroll
not,
enrolled you fully by
yeah,
right now.
seriously. So, for the people who aren't comfortable with investing in the stock market, but you want to get into investing and putting your money into something that's going to grow for you, Roth IRAs, IULs are really good. They're really good ideas because they allow you the opportunity to still get in the market, still watch your money grow, and really honestly never see it go down. Because I remember, man, like when I first started investing in Apple and I seen it go down, I was like, oh my God. I was ready to take my money out of there. You know what I'm
That's when
saying?
you're supposed to buy more.
You feel what I'm saying? That's when you're supposed to buy more. But see, mom, that's when my mind was so it didn't understand the advantages to each part of the market, man. Like understanding that you're not in the downslide because the market goes down. You're on the upside because you can get all your shares for the low, and then once
On
that market
clear.
goes back out, take it out and put it in the S&P 500, and then that money that you won from that up and growth in the market, guess what? You're gonna get it in an index, IUL, or a Roth, whatever the case may be. Okay, so just some features with that. Contributions. You make contributions to a Roth IRA with money you've already paid taxes on. There are annual contribution limits set by the IRS. There are annual contribution limits set by the IRS, which can change over time. So that's why I am so much leaning towards the IUL right now, because there's contributions that you can contribute to a Roth IRA yearly. Okay, tax benefits. Unlike traditional IRAs, where you may get a tax deduction for contributions, Roth IRA contributions are not tax deductible. However, the advantage of the Roth IRA is that qualified withdrawals, including both contributions and earnings, are tax free in retirement. Okay. So if you wait to take this money out to when you retire, then it'll be tax free. Okay. But if we get to screwing around and pulling the money out every so often, they're going to take a little something, something off of it. Okay. So
Yeah.
understanding those
It's
details will
a,
kind of give you an idea.
it's a penalty to take that money out early. And that's why
It's a
it's
penalty to take it out. Yep, exactly. Because somebody like me been and went up in there like, hey, let me get a couple of dollars. I've been and took
I
out.
tried,
Look,
or it was like, are you sure, bro? Like you know you're gonna get in trouble. Like it ain't
you
say
know
that, but
you in trouble.
oh, you ain't supposed to do this, right? I'm like, okay, I guess I won't. I just leave that in there.
And so this is the thing, with that, and this is where we start making decisions. And like when we talked about approaching these situations with an understanding of what your true idea behind these investments are, understanding that, let's say you do take your money away from a Roth IRA, let's say you do take a withdrawal out. Well, guess what? We don't do this to not reap the benefits of these policies. So, if you're going to take the money out, always have plans. Like I told you guys, a lot of people within the last 50 years have been investing in this and utilizing this to get their businesses jump started. So, if
Mhm.
you have plans, then take that money out. It's like somebody said the other day. Um I was reading the book Broke Millennial, and she was saying your credit is not a trophy. Your credit is an opportunity for you to get more lending for financing. So don't build your credit and get a 750 and then say I don't want to do no inquiries because I don't want to knock your credit down. Well, because I don't want to knock my credit score down. That's why you got the credit score up, so that you could get inquiries and you know what I'm saying? So maybe not, we're not going to take inquiries at a 590. We're going to wait till we get to a 720. Then we know we're going to get approved for some stuff. We know we're going to be in the right place to be able to get some of these funds.
Fact.
Okay, so another feature, investment options. Roth IRAs can typically be invested in a wide range of financial instruments, such as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and other investments, allowing your savings to potentially grow over time. Okay, so make sure that you guys connect with your insurance with your insurance companies, and with your you like I said, your investment companies like your Fidelities and stuff like that, and brokerage firms, and make sure that you're getting with the right people, and that you're putting your money in the right places so that you see a guaranteed growth value. Okay. Withdrawals. You can withdraw your contributions to a Roth IRA at any time without paying taxes or penalties. But to withdraw earnings tax free, you generally must meet certain conditions. For example, you typically need to be at least 59 and a half years old and have held the Roth IRA for at least 5 years before you can get it tax free. Okay.
That-
So that's a great detail behind that. And there's no mandatory withdrawals on that thing. Okay. So understanding, man, I mean, you're really at a win. So like I would say if you're getting into investing, or you're getting into like just really investing in some of these things, realizing that you may start with a Roth IRA. You may have two things. You may have a Roth IRA and you may have an IUL. Get creative. Start getting excited about investing in different policies, different financial growth opportunities. Like dip your hands in everything. You may only invest $50 here and then $50 on the IUL. Like you do what you can, but you put your hands in everything, because you can reap different benefits from different policies and different, you know what I'm saying, and different things. So make sure that you have an understanding of what exactly you're investing in, and make sure that, hey, you guys reach out to someone that can give you, some in-depth detail on what you're investing in or how you're investing it. And then, man, take a shot at this. Take a shot at this. Take a jump shot. Get in the gym.
Yes, sir. Get in the gym, take that shot for your future. You feel me? Because when it all goes down, you're gonna miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Every time you'll be a 0 point game guy when you could have been a 30.
You feel me? And with that being said, it's time for our money forecast. Our money forecast, when we talk about things that are going down here in the world of finances, the world of money, anything that has to do with money, anything that has to do with moving the needle forward in life. You feel
Yes,
me?
sir.
And we got some pretty interesting things to talk about, like the union that holds down the Ford, the auto workers, the insurance workers as well.
Yes,
You
sir.
see, what the union has set in place is certain demands for compensation and benefits that they would
Yeah.
like to have by September 14th, 2023. It's September 11th, and that's in 3 days. And the union said if their demands are not met, then they will be going on strike. Us living in Metro Detroit, Michigan, living in Michigan, period, that's very significant because I have many friends and family members that work for these auto industries that would be possibly going on strike. And that
Hmm.
play with a lot of people money in a lot of different ways because this economy, like we talked about in episode 1, it's all about the market, and it's all about the exchange of dollars and services. And if all of these workers are going on strike and don't have money to commence and to go to the market
The
and have,
city will be in flames.
then gonna be
The
some stuff
city
that's
could
gonna
be in flames.
we gonna all feel it in some type of way.
We're gonna feel it in some type of way, man. And I think it's huge, because like bro said, man, let's think about something. Let's say your dad works in the plant. Let's say your people work in the plant. Let's say you're a 16-year-old kid. You're going to God doggone Cass Tech High School, and your dad works at the stamping plant over there in Warren Stamping, and now he has no union protection. Well, not he doesn't have union protection, but because he's on strike, guess what? Now he doesn't have the correct funds coming in. He may be able to get some what do you call it, some unemployment, but it's not going to be something that's really going to be able to keep up with the wages. Some of these guys are getting paid 25, 29, $30 an hour, and now you talk
45 an
about,
hour.
you feel what I'm saying? And now you're talking about going down to you to maybe $600 every, you know what I'm saying, every 2 weeks, or you never know what it could be. I know it's not going to be anything good. They're just going to make sure that you are taken care of as much as possible. But what does that open up for certain communities, and especially Detroit? Crime. You know what I'm saying? Because now people are going to be, if they're not working, they're going to have more time on their hands, and they're going to be spending more of their money on their wants than what's needed, because they're not going to have what they need to maintain their lifestyle. So it's a lot of things that come out of that. And like bro said, understanding, number one, where that affects your city and your community, but also where it can affect the market. You know what I'm saying? Now we're looking at some
that
share money going
that
down. Come
that
on
could
now,
people could be like, oh, so they on strike. All right, I'm taking my money out of Ford. I'm taking my money out of G. I'm taking my money out of Stellantis. Like
because the production gonna be low.
nothing. What are you making? You on strike?
So so let's go back to this then. So now we're realizing if they don't handle that the way they're supposed to, then we might be able to take advantage of Ford, Chrysler. All we might be able to take advantage of those, not
For
take advantage
puts,
of them, but we're gonna be able to take advantage of the market because guess what? It's gonna go back up when they get off. It's gonna go back up when they go get off on strike. When they get off strike,
got to know
and
how
they
to
get
look
back working again.
at play.
And now it's time to make money on the market going back up because the market ain't always going to stay down and it's not going to always stay up. You know that market's going to go up and down, and you can take advantage of both sides of the court.
Mhm. And the great positive thing about the UAW possibly going on strike and putting in these demands for the big three is because it gives the people that build America, a part of America, the driving America that put these cars on the road, an opportunity to bring more money home,
Mm-hmm.
to do the things that they desire to do, to start the businesses that they want to start, to take care of their family members because they're very important.
And it gives them a voice, man. You know, especially dealing with all these big corporations, man. A lot of times, man, a lot of these people, and that's why the union was created because these corporations were so they were so they don't care. Like a lot of them don't care
They're gonna
about
get over if they can
they getting
every time.
over. Like if these guys are late, they're just gonna fire you, hire somebody else for base pay at 15, but they paying you 28. But guess what? If you're late 3 times, they're gonna fire you. And I mean, let's be real. Out of 365 days, we're gonna be late more than 3 times. You know what I'm saying? The car's gonna go down, the car gonna run out of gas, your kids gonna get out of school late. Something's gonna happen to where, and if you don't have a union, they're gonna get rid of you and hire somebody else for base pay, and you're not gonna be able to take care of your family. So understanding that the UAW is, we appreciate you. We want to give y'all a hand clap first of all because you give our hard workers in our community an opportunity to be protected so that we can maintain jobs and so that the production of these vehicles can stand up. Because if it's a revolving door in there, then we can't keep production up. If we can't keep production up, the market can't stay rolling. If the market can't stay rolling, then everybody can't make money the way we want to make money. So it's important that we understand what's going on with the market and with what's going on in our surrounding areas when it comes to money, economy, and finance. I appreciate you bringing that to the table for us, brother.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You got anything you want to add to the market forecast before I bring that one?
No, man, bring that one, man. I love that right there. That was
Man,
phenomenal for
about
us,
to
man.
bring that one real quick. All right, so I was doing some studying today, writing some research, and I just found out that Tesla, their stock has been rising today. It went up by a very good percentage today. Now,
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
why bro love him some Tesla? It is because Tesla, they have announced that their supercomputer named Dojo, it has been online and it has been running useful tasks at Tesla's data centers.
Sheesh.
This supercomputer is projected to be one of the top 5 supercomputers by 2024. And what
Mm.
this supercomputer is, it is artificial intelligence that is continuously observing and revamping itself to make itself more efficient. Now, with that being said,
Go ahead and tell them numbers, brother. Go ahead and tell them
with that
numbers so
being
they
said,
know exactly what the hell going on with
with
this
that being said,
computer.
I want to go to the exaflops that these supercomputers handle. The
Get y'all pen and paper
exaflops
out.
that the supercomputers handle. What are exaflops, Tank? I'm gonna tell you what an exaflop is. An exaflop is how much a computer can handle in 1 second, measured by 1 quintillion computer operations per second. How much is a quintillion, you ask? A one with 18 zeros at the end. That's what a
So that's
quintillion
how much that computer is processing in a matter of, you said a minute?
in a second.
Oh my.
They're building supercomputers that can compute and handle a quintillion of computer operations per second.
So guys, we're talking faster internet, we're talking faster AI. We're talking about if you can get information from AI like this, we're talking about you getting it like that before the finger even stops snapping.
Before the finger even stops snapping. And when it comes down to it, this is similar to Amazon Web Services. If you guys don't know Amazon Web Services, Amazon has so many of these supercomputers available to themselves that has storage and data and processing that they rent out that space. They rent out that space to Netflix. You know how you're streaming everything that you watch on Netflix? It's because Netflix is renting out space from Amazon Web Services to keep all those new movies on there.
Supercomputers.
And also the NFL is renting out that space and storage as well. So while Amazon Web Services is doing that, Tesla Dojo supercomputer will be doing the same thing, and it's projected to be one of the top 5 supercomputers by 2024. And it is projected to even even double itself and grow 100% by 2025.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, D Strong. My
Hey,
God.
and that's the crazy thing with that
Strong,
is,
bring
man.
D Strong on here, man. We got to get D Strong on here.
Facts.
Phenomenal financial advisor. Talk to you guys about keeping your pay straight. But Quan, what was you about to say, bro?
Hey, no doubt. No, we wanna make sure we definitely give him a shout out, man, for popping on the cast, man. We look forward to having you on here, man, and just building with you and you giving these guys some information and us some information because I can't wait to learn from you, man, no doubt. But yeah, man, so understanding now because bro gave this information, understanding. Let's start grabbing some Tesla. Let's start buying away at some Tesla. Why? Because guess what? It might be the same market price right now, but what did bro say? By 2020, what you said, 2024, 2025?
Or
You looking at the market going completely up because now guess what? The what do you call it? The production of Tesla is getting ready to go from 1 to 15 because now everything is processing so fast they're going to be able to get things done a lot faster. They're going to be able to see and have risk management taken care of a lot quicker, and they're going to be able to make a lot more changes within their company and do a lot more things with different businesses based on the information that they receive like that. So understanding this right now, man, I'm telling you, man, we talking about, hey, everybody here knows if you've been watching this podcast, man, you know I'm a Tesla advocate, man. Like I said, I don't know anything about the the CEO as far as who he is as a person, but as a businessman, I love the way he approaches the game because as you can see, he never stops working or he gets the right people around him that work while he's chilling so that he's able to always be in the game, man. Always stay in the game.
you know the cool thing about that is that Elon Musk, he came from hold on, it's Elon Musk, he came from PayPal Mafia.
Yep.
PayPal Mafia is a group of developers that started and co-founded PayPal. It was about 9 of them or something like that.
Yep.
All of them, they built PayPal and they were able to sell it, all become billionaires, and all of them are doing quite well for themselves. And when it comes, that comes down to the company that you keep. If you surround yourself with solid people and you end up doing some solid things, and everybody go up to do solid things individually, you're gonna always keep solid people around you, and you already got solid people to pull from. It's just like when I went to CMU.
Hey, go on with that information. That's crazy.
Bro, it's like when I went to Central Michigan University. When I went to Central Michigan University, even Belleville High School, bro. Even you going to being in Southfield and being with all these pro athletes that you played sports with when you
Man.
young child all the way to teenage years, bro. There's countless people that are doing phenomenal that I went to
Yep.
high school with. Countless people that are doing phenomenal that I went to college with. And how well do you have these connections? And how well do you treat other people? And how well do you keep other people around you? Good
Bro,
people around you,
I'm
quality.
looking at PayPal Mafia.
PayPal Mafia go crazy.
Bro, the whole
Gotta stay
company,
around solid individuals, man.
is full of venture capitalists.
Hmm.
We got venture capitalists on here. We got, of course, software developers. We got a guy on here who's a developer. I'm taking he's the guy that developed. We got Jeremy Stoppelman, which is the CEO of Yelp.
Come on, give me more.
We got Keith Rab, we got whatever his name is, but he is an American technology executive and investor. He is currently a general partner at Founders Fund. crazy.
Big P.
Um, Peter Andreas Thiel, a German American billionaire, entrepreneur, venture capitalist, and political activist.
Peter
So
Thiel, bro, this dude so cold. He got this company called Pelletier Technologies that's traded on the stock market, and it just got on the stock market. IPO'd probably like in 2020 or something like that. It IPO'd at about $33 per share or something. Right now it's down to 16, and I actually see it on the news because the shares are going down from it as well because of a lot of things from AI technology. But Peter Thiel is so thorough and great with what he do. Pelletier Technologies, it takes all of the data from all of these different corporations. Let's say you have the corporation like Stellantis, and you have all of these different plants all around the world that you have to put all of their information within one singular location. That's something that Pelletier Technologies are able to do, and they're not doing it with companies like Stellantis. They're doing it with like the U.S. military.
so don't ever play yourself. Like that's
But
like,
that's a phenomenal contract. That's forever money, right? If you got a contract with the military,
bro.
come on
I'm
now.
just looking at, bro. The stuff. First of all, I don't even know how these people met. But I mean, we got guys from Germany, we
I
got
like how you
guys from
said. I
South
don't even know how these
Africa.
people.
Like, how did, like, bro, like, in this, but it's like you said, bro, the company you keep is so important. Um, because I can only imagine that the reason that these guys even thought to do business together is because they met somewhere where some business was taking place. They spoke on what each other did great, and then they came together. This is 9 people. We just talked about the Roth IRA and the IUL. There's 9 different people in this group. Imagine if you have an IUL where everybody's investing $200 a month.
Exactly.
9 people invest $200 a month into one IUL, and now because we've all acquired the same skill sets and we've been studying the same things around the right people, going to the same conferences, buying the same courses, learning the same information. Now, when we're able to get that cash benefit out of that IUL, we put that into what we've been putting our thing in. We get our money out, and we all do what we're supposed to do. That's the business.
Now,
The IUL is the business,
now
guys.
you're making us dig down into the real deal though, because most of those people that you've seen in PayPal Mafia, they got no melanin, and most people that do that live here in America, they don't. We ain't got that. Not saying that people don't. People do, but most people ain't got that togetherness. And with that being said, with the Jewish community, shout out to y'all. With the Arab community in Dearborn and Detroit,
Yeah.
shout out to y'all.
The
With the,
Mexicans on
the
the
Asian
Southwest.
community, basically everybody else but us, the way that they come together to make paper is amazing. The way
Yeah.
that the dollars circulate within a community is amazing. The way that they invest with each other is amazing. And that's why we're here for our financial awakening to change the conversation about money within the black community. Because we can do so many things together, grow together. It don't matter if you the janitor, if you picking up
It don't.
trash, if you the
It
school
don't
person,
matter.
if you at the plant, if you a CEO, whatever. We all got a part to play in moving our culture, our people forward.
Because let's think about this, guys. Let's think about this. And especially when we talk about all this insurance that we talked about investing in and everything. Let's think about this, guys. Let's say, let's say you are a janitor, man. Let's say you cleaning windows at the dealership, whatever. Who cares? If you invest with your homeboy a certain amount of money monthly for the next 10 years, it don't matter. In 10 years, your life is gonna change. Like literally, like we be tripping, we be like, damn, my shoes weak, my car out here weak. Cool. Wipe them toilets for 10 more years, maybe even 5. Because if you get greedy, if you start getting hungry, if you start really wanting to fight, if you start really wanting to see change, you can really make it happen. What did that say? In 5 years. The Roth IRA, you probably, if you invest within the last 5 years, you invest a good cash value, you probably will be able to get some money out of it within the first 5 years. So now we're talking about investing in the bigger purpose, guys. We
Fact.
want to invest in the bigger purpose. And number two, within our community, because we've talked about it and we talked about it today. And I'm not going to say it's to everybody. And I'm not saying it's to everybody, but we got to stop playing each other, guys. We got to stop playing each other. We got to stop saying, hey, everybody invest money in this. And then one of you guys go and take Tank's money and go spend it on some damn shoes when you were supposed to take his money and put it into the fund.
Come on now. We can't
Let's
start
start.
real estate investment trustees, REITs, and everybody putting in thousands of dollars, and then somebody don't flip the property and the building the way that they supposed to.
You because you're trying to get a couple extra dollars on the low key in the investment. You didn't went with one of your homeboys. He didn't halfway did the job. You
You
didn't.
you
You
know
were
you done
supposed to spend
overcharged
20,000, but you didn't spend
as something.
16.
You
Kept
feel me?
4
I was
racks
even
in your
saying the
pocket.
same thing. You know it's 16,000, but you done charge them 20,000 so you could pocket an extra 4 bands. Like, where you wrong?
Now you done kept 4. Now you done kept 4 and try to make something work. Now you done lost that money. Now the next month that you're supposed to take that money on investments or something else, you done took somebody else's money just to pay back that. Now it's all messed up because
What you gambling ass? Stop using
come
the
on
people
now.
money for gambling.
Come on. So we as a culture, and I love what Tank said, and that's really what we're pushing, man. We are changing the conversation in the Black community. We ain't perfect, just like the next person ain't perfect. But if we start changing the conversation, one conversation at a time in our community, we'll start changing the way we'll start changing our behaviors when we're around money and when we have an opportunity to make money. And we won't think it's so impossible to make money. It's not impossible, guys. Just use the systems that everybody else uses. There's a system. America is a system. America is a corporation. Understanding that everything is run on system. And if you don't utilize the system, you can't benefit.
Facts. You know a system always. You know what? I learned a great acronym about system back in the day. Shout out to my bro Luke Hessler. System stands for save yourself time, energy, and money.
Mm.
Save yourself time, energy, and money. System. It's in place for a reason, and when you use it, you benefit from it. And guess what? If it's not working, you can always do what? Make a new system. Develop something new. Sometimes we have to make a new system. The system that's working right now for our people it's not working. We have to develop and create that system at times. And what it's going to take for us to do is make small, incremental, positive decisions moving forward to become investors right now, to get an asset today, to buy a share of a stock today, to go get some crypto,
Yes, sir.
make a connection, a positive connection with someone
Mm.
today.
And that is, I mean, like you said, system is key, and that's going to take us into our next week's conversation, which we'll be talking about habits and what's your system? What system do you create? Because at the end of the day, guys, if you create a system, it's gonna work. The thing is, and this is
You hyped
something
too?
that
I'm
this
lit
is
too.
something that CJ this is something that CJ said on the podcast last week. He said a system is not having a system is a system, because if you don't have a system, then someone else's system is what you're operating off of.
Just
And if
like
you're
not.
operating on somebody else's system, that's not the system created for you.
Yep. Just like not having an answer is not an answer. Like you still find it by.
Imagine the math teacher saying what's 5 times 5 and you don't answer. Do you think you get the question right?
Hey man, I'm ready. I'm lit. I'm lit. This is big.
Yeah, bro. This a huge one, man. This a huge one. And hey, to go into our next and our final conversation, man. We're just gonna give you guys two money tips that you guys can take on with you in order to start generating income in your households.
Money plays.
Big
Let's talk
time.
money plays.
Big time money plays. Okay, so we're gonna go with the first money play, which is the independent courier transportation business, guys. Understanding this. So I know a lot of us, we've been driving our Ubers, we've been driving our Lyfts, we've been doing our Grub Hubs and our Uber Eats and all that good stuff. Well, understand this, guys. You can go on Indeed right now and type in independent courier transportation. And off that, you're going to be able to get contracts for $600 a week, $1,000 a week, dropping off products and things for different companies. So you could be dropping off specimen for labs. You could be dropping off auto parts for your auto companies and auto part companies and stuff like that. But we're just trying to give you guys different ways to acquire more streams of income so that you guys can invest, guys. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, we understand what this economy is about. We understand it's hard to make money, and we understand that these damn jobs ain't paying enough. So we know that they're not paying enough. So you got to take it upon yourself to acquire those assets. You got to take it upon yourself to bring that cash value in on your own so that you can make those different changes.
Facts. And going along with that, I've seen it. I've went on Indeed and I've actually seen these delivery jobs because I used to be a delivery driver for Fox Auto Parts here in Belleville. And when I used to look for other occupations to transition to other better delivery jobs, I used to see those independent carrier boys talking about getting a thousand a week, 2,000 a week,
Yeah.
and I'm like, how? Oh, you got to have your own vehicle, or you can have a Sprinter van and make
Yeah.
more,
Or
or
a
you
box truck.
ox truck and make more
Mm-hmm.
money, or you can buy.
Sweet.
Shout out to my bro that I went to high school with, your old semi truck and 53-foot bed in the trailer
Man,
back to be able to get these contracts, to be able to have a person, a company, a business that need to move 10,000 units of something down to Ohio
come on.
and willing to pay $10,000 to do that. And
Come
these
on.
businesses that I'm talking about are as simple as Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon need people with their own trucks to put Amazon on their trucks and ship the stuff down to wherever they need to. And
Yeah.
there's opportunities when it comes down to that with the semi trucks, the box trucks that you don't even need a CDL for. You just need a chauffeur's license. You go get that at the Secretary of State tomorrow if you wanted to. Go make your
Come
appointment.
on.
Or the Sprinter.
And it's the crazy part about it. When we start talking about scaling, guys, most of these independent contracted courier positions are 1099. So understand this, guys. They want you to have an LLC. They don't want you working for them. They want you to come with your own company. So guess what, guys? Let's say you take your own regular car. It could be anything. It could be a Honda Accord or whatever. Now, boom. Make sure that your requirements are right. There's certain insurance that you have to have for that. You got to make sure that you have proper insurance so that if you can't do the route or that you get stopped from being able to do the route based on whatever happened with your vehicle, you're able to get back within a timely fashion. But understand this, when we start talking about scaling our companies, now if I'm up under, so my LLC is No Fear Elite. Let's say I put my car out there and I get my butt out there and I get my grind on. Now, because I have an LLC, I can say, hey, Tank, well, what do you do between 8 to 3? Yeah, well, guess
I'm
what?
available.
There's a company that I work for that needs another person to drop off products. Are you able to do it? And now guess what? I can provide an opportunity for bro to get some cheese, and then bro can pay me based off of a percentage of what he makes for being up under my LLC, and he can make money. And then guess what? He can bring somebody on to do the same thing. So then he makes more money. So then we're continuously bringing money in. We've got one LLC, but we've got different people bringing in cash value. And now, guess what? We can put all that money together, get us a box truck, and then we can really make real money and we can start growing and scaling the business from there. So, there's so many different options and ways to make money from these different money plays, man. And we just wanted to share it with you guys, man, because we know it's tough out here, man. And we know it's tough working out here for some of these people, man. They won't even let you wipe your nose without putting it on without putting it on Cisco finesse, man. So we want to make sure that you guys are able to we want to make sure that you guys are able to make some money without being anyone else's slave.
And you can take that and run with it.
Finesse.
You can take that and run with it. You got some highlights for today, my man?
Man, I would just have to say number one, that insurance that you talked about earlier, brother, because I really think that I mean, it was, to be completely honest, bro. It's a sentimental conversation for me, man, because it was literally that's how I lost my career. I lost my career in a vehicle, not being insured, and then I wasn't able to be compensated for it, and I wasn't able to be paid for my pain and suffering. I had to go home after the hospital knowing that I would never put on a football helmet again, something that I worked 20 plus years to build. And I lost it all in one day. And I wasn't even able to be compensated for it because I didn't protect myself. And at the end of the day, I can blame them all day and I can say it's their fault. But if you protect yourself first, then you'll never be let down. So protect yourself first, guys.
Hey, that's big, man. Let's just leave it off with that. Protect yourself first.
No doubt, brother. No
100%.
doubt.
We excited to see you all next week. We want to
Yes, sir.
for joining us to with our financial awakening this week. Thank you for coming to wake up with us. Thank you for coming to learn with us, grow with
Yes,
us
sir.
on this journey together. We're changing the conversation about money within the Black community. This
Man.
is Howard, aka Tank, aka the Knowledge Bank, with
It's Jaquan Hankson with No Fear Elite LLC.
yes, sir. And this is our
Our financial
awakening.
awakening. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Next time. Until the next time, brother.
peace.
Y'all have a good one, man.
Oh yeah.